The next thing I want to talk through is judgment. This is when we emotionally disconnect or withdraw from our child. I think we talked last week about judgment being a form of rejection. And if we want to belong with our family, with our mother, with our father, our caregiver, we want to be same as them. We want to belong. We want to matter. Rejection is the number one way to lose our child's attachment. And so we need to do our best to watch our tone, to watch our body, our energy, our words, our gestures, and how that makes our child feel. Really noticing that. Maybe even asking your partner, hey, when you hear me, setting a boundary, when there's a fight and I'm getting curious, will you tell me if I sounded judgmental, if I sounded disapproving? Because that is going to affect our child's attachment tremendously. So I want to talk a little bit about the myth of more connection makes our child clingy. And I want to start with saying that at first you are going to see an uptick in them wanting to be with you because it's completely foreign and it feels so good. I want you to think about relationships. Maybe it was your husband that you met, and in the beginning you just were like, oh my gosh, like I love you so much and I just want to be with you all the time and I just want to be attached to you. I just want to be with you, And it was like there was never enough. But eventually you were full and you didn't feel the need to be as attached to him because you took it for granted. It's exactly what we want for our children. We want to take this for granted. And so knowing that there is going to be a period of time, they are going to look clingy, but you are on the right path. We want to fill those cups up. We want to fill them as much as we can so that they can move forward and they can actually mature and find that in independence. So if we, as the parent, do not assume the responsibility to attach to our child, someone else will. I shared in my story, this was my mother-in-law. My daughter attached to her quickly, easily, within just a few visits. She cried whenever I walked into the room. If she got it from a nap, she'd say, no, grandma, no, mama. And I felt rejected. I felt like she hated me. I was sad. I hated myself because I knew I had done something, but I didn't know what I had done. I felt at the same time, I felt like I had been a good mom. But hindsight 2020, like I just did not give her what she was needing, which was that attachment. And if it's not another adult, which I would rather it be another adult, it's going to be our child's peers. That's what Hold On to Your Kids talks about a lot, is if our child isn't attaching to us, they're attaching to their peers. And we do not want to leave their development up to our peer or to their peers. We don't want that. That's like the blind leading the blind at that point. So we need to assume this responsibility. We need to take it seriously. Understand that it is our responsibility. And you know what? It's going to look weird to other parents. That's just the truth. It is. It's going to look weird. It's going to feel uncomfortable. But you're going to find your people. You're going to find your tribe. And at the end of the day, we're looking at the long-term goal here. We're looking at the long-term game. We're not focusing on the behavior. We're not focusing on the now, which is what we talked about last week. We are focusing on what is the goal for my child, for our family. What do I want? What am I working towards? What am I doing? And when the focus is there, our focus is on attachment. Our focus is on connection. Radically changing how we show up for our child through that lens.